Less than 100 girls in Massachusetts play amongst boys in high school football, and Everett's own Anastasia Bessler was one of them. The senior offensive guard and defensive lineman is the Commonwealth Athletic Conference's first ever female football all-star. I sat down with the all-star who says she first fell in love with football when she was just 5 years old.
I was always involved in the environment of football, and then I fell in love with it because I was like, I want to play. I don't want to be a cheerleader. I actually want to play with the guys because it looks like a lot of fun.
Your father says some people didn't even know you were a girl until you took your helmet off. What are some of the reactions you got when they realized you were a girl?
Some reactions are very welcoming. They're like, this is great, keep it up. I can't wait to face you next year. I can't wait to watch you. Some guys took it as an opportunity as of, oh, she's a girl, so I can outmatch her. And they'll try to use their strength and their abilities that they have that I don't possess to beat me up and try to get me out of the equation. But a lot of guys were more surprised, and they were more as of, I would say, they encouraged me to play. They encouraged it, and they thought it was great that I was doing something that a lot of people don't do.
You're undersized. You're the only girl on the field. Why did you still play?
The passion for the sport is something that I love. My whole family does. My family's a part of it. My mom does concessions. She's there for the guys. My dad's a coach. My brother plays with me. And we've always been a part of it. And just even watching football, even if I wasn't playing, whether it's even flag football, watching it, playing it, even breaking it down, it's something that I love, and that's something I always wanted to be a part of, and I didn't want to give it up going into high school. I wanted to keep it up, and I like to prove a point that girls can do anything a guy can do.
A high school football coach once told me he would never allow a girl on the football team. What's your message to him and other football coaches around the country that don't think girls belong on their football team?
Well, luckily all the coaches that I've had have accepted me, but as a female football player, they don't think I'm as good as the guys. They don't think I can play. So what I would say to a coach like that would be like, you don't know what I can do unless you give me a chance. You might not want me on the team, but if I can prove to you that I'm good enough to be on your team, and I'm good enough to outmatch the boys in some sort of way, or I can fundamentally tackle, or I can fundamentally block, if you don't give me the chance, then I can't prove you wrong. And so coaches, if they don't want a girl on their team, that's their opinion, but I think everyone gets a shot. Everyone should have a chance to prove themselves.
Your story is special. You are a girl who had the courage to play on a football team, a high school football team, despite the challenges that it presented. What should people take away from your story?
One thing that I like for especially young girls that have told me, and parents too, is that it's inspired them to do things that they never thought they could. Yes, I like to play for myself, but also encouraging younger girls who are in the Pop Warner system now, because I was lucky enough that I got to play in Everett Pop Warner, even when they were split into the Eagles and the Huskies, and I was even Crimson Tide. I got to play, and I got to show to the coaches that I'm able to do what they can do, what the guys can do. If you have a dream to do whatever you want, go for it. Don't back down. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it.
You play football because you love it, and that's your passion. However, for these little girls who are out there that want to pursue football but are afraid because they are the only girls, what should they take away from your story?
I've been the only girl. There have been a few girls that have stuck with me in Everett Pop Warner. There were a few girls on, there would be one or two girls, me included. But even though you might not think the guys will treat you as one of the guys on the field, it actually does work that way. I'm friends with all the guys on my football team. I'm friends with all of them, and they don't hold back on anything. If they have a chance to hit me, they hit me. You just gotta know, especially for young girls, if they want to play, that out on the football field, you all are the same. Doesn't matter your gender, doesn't matter how tall you are, doesn't matter. You all are a football player playing for one team, and your goal is to win.
The Boston Renegades offered Bessler an open invitation to try out for the women's national football team when she turns 18. She says she wants to play softball in college but doesn't rule out a future with the Boston Renegades. That's all we have for this episode of Talk of the Town Sports Edition. I'm your host, Michelle Fenelon, and as always, thanks for watching.